Hi, it's Mo. Welcome back to the property vlog. In this week's video, I fucks up. So welcome back. It's been a long time since the last video. It's been about 3 months. It's been a really busy summer and I had a huge fuck up right slap bang in the middle of it. So whilst rising interest rates definitely haven't helped us this year, we've still had some really amazing wins in Moorview and KHP. In KHP, we've had lots going on, including more sales at Trinity House, which is our development of 8 flats and 4 houses in Watcombe, which is near Torquay. We've now got just 2 houses and 2 apartments left for sale. So if you want more information on those, I'll put the details for Complete and Stags, who are our sales agents, on screen and in the description as well. So we got planning on a piece of land, which was amazing. We've now sold the land we exchanged this week. So that was a really big milestone for the team, and I'll update more on what that's all about once we've completed on the sale. And our development in Exeter, which is 23 apartments and 2 houses, is steaming along. The 4-bed large detached house at the front of the site is now complete. So I'm actually heading there tomorrow to meet the photographer, have a walk around site, get some video while I'm down there. So that's very exciting. We've done some sneak peek viewings in there, but we're really excited to get it launched formally, and it's looking amazing. We've got great progress on the rest of the site. So we've got the music house, which has got 9 units in. That's nearing completion. And then we've got another 4-bed detached house, which is going to be complete soon as well. And then we've got some apartments in the schoolhouse, which are going to be available from the new year. So all moving ahead really quickly there. I'm really excited to get the formal launch for number 35 Bramdean Villa complete in the next few weeks. From an investor's point of view, we are running an investor open day on site at Richmond Grove, the former Bramdean school, to take current and future potential investors around site, show them the development, show them the completed units, show them the units that are still work in progress, and it'll be an opportunity to meet the directors and meet some of the construction team on there, answer any questions as well. So if you are interested, drop me an email. It's murat@khpgroup.co.uk. I'll put it in the description and on screen as well. Drop me an email. It should be in the next few weeks. We'll be running the investor day. So let me know if you are interested in that. So from a Moorview point of view, I mean, whilst the residential sales market this year has been a bit like swimming through treacle, from a lettings point of view, it's been absolutely bonkers. On the one hand, you've got a lack of supply because of recent government changes, tax changes, more legislation, compliance, stuff like that, that's really starting to drive, that was starting to drive landlords away over the last few years. That's then been compounded this year with rising interest rates, which means more landlords have left the market as their mortgages have come up for renewal. So there's been a real drop in the supply of rental accommodation. And then from a demand point of view, you've got this huge demand of people, lots and lots of people renting, people that aren't buying and are renting instead. So you've got really strong demand on the rental side. And you don't need an economics degree to know that if you have reduced supply and increased demand, there's only one thing that happens, and that's increased prices. So we've seen rents go up between 10 and 20% over the last year. And we've also managed to maintain occupancy at between 95 and 100% throughout the whole year. As such, we've actually run out of properties, and I speak to our sales manager every week, and she's like, we need more properties. I'm saying, why aren't we getting more sales this week? It's because we don't physically have the properties to be able to sell. So we are looking for landlords to take on in Moorview Lets. If you know anyone that's got a challenging property, if you know anyone that's having difficulties with their current agency, or they're managing it themselves at the moment and they want some support, get in touch. I'll put my details on the screen and also in the description below. And finally, my biggest fuck up of the summer and the biggest learning of this year, and it was all around the subject of focus. So this summer I ambitiously tried to launch the HMO agency blueprint. So I'll put some stuff on the screen from that. This was basically a program to help other HMO agency owners that have already got HMO businesses systemize, scale, reduce the amount of time they spend in their business, make it more profitable, all through sort of copying the things that we've done over the last few years. And through this, I really learned the importance of focus. And whilst I thought I could run the HMO agency blueprint in parallel to everything else I've got going on, I just couldn't give it and everything else the commitment that was required to make it successful. So from a Moorview point of view, it's systemized, it's profitable, it works really well, we've got good reviews, the machine is working really effectively, the occupancy is good, rent increases are happening, all of that stuff's happening really well. But my focus is needed to grow the business. So to come up with marketing and sales strategy, to start to implement that and then hand that over to the team, look at new ways of onboarding and then hand that over to the team. And that's really where I've needed to focus my energy and my attention towards the back part of the summer. And from a KHP point of view, we've still got £15 million of property to sell across 3 sites. We've still got the £4 million HMO portfolio that, even though it's systemised and Moorview manages the units, there's still work required to keep that business going. On top of that, we are trying to buy an investment property in London as well. We're trying to get planning and buy that. So there's a lot going on with that property deal. And in addition to that, I've got a young family. So we've had 3 weeks booked out for holidays and weddings this summer. So it was really important that I spent some time with the family and some quality time with them. So it all became a bit too much and something had to give. And regrettably, it was the HMO agency blueprint that I had to pause for now, which is a real shame because it was obviously the newest, it was the most exciting. It's got the potential to be one of the most lucrative things that we do because it's a training consultancy business. But it just had to go, unfortunately. It's paused for now. It's definitely going to be back at some point in the future. But I had to pause it to give real attention to Moorview, to KHP, to family, to other property deals and all of that stuff. So definitely the right thing to do. So I called up the people that had signed up to the course, gave them a full refund, and then gave them a free strategy call to go through some strategy that will take them into the new year so they can start to implement that in their business. So a massive learning for me in terms of spinning lots of plates. It's definitely something that can be done. And if you're optimistic, you obviously think you can spin a lot of plates at the same time. And you can, but can you spin them all and can they all be world class at the same time? Absolutely not. And I was reflecting on this and I thought that I've always sort of worn the number of businesses that I've got as a sort of badge of honor of, like, you know, how well things are going. I've got loads of businesses, got lots of fingers in lots of pies and stuff like that. But this year's really taught me that it's actually the opposite, and it's the least businesses that you can have that you focus the most on that will really get you the best results. I think this is a trap when you hear things like, you know, billionaires have 7 streams of income and stuff like that, and it's like, it is true they do, but they made their money focusing on one thing for an extended period of time. And then what they did is, when they've got the money, they then basically diversified across lots of different streams, lots of different businesses or property to protect the assets they'd already built up. But to start with, they actually just focused on one thing and did it consistently over time. And trying to do all 7 at the same time is a surefire way to fail. So that's my massive learning from this year. Hopefully you can take that learning and not have to go through the same thing yourself. So we'll be back to weekly vlogs now. So I'll see you next week when we'll have an update on Bramdean, Richmond Grove. See you then.